Hello, hello. I've arrived. Alright, so it is time for the final stream of this week. So Tales of Arise tonight. Yeah, that will be beginning here momentarily. Yes, let's see. Anything else to go over? I guess the business for next week. So, okay. Need to remind myself of things again. So, should be more of the same. Again, with the exception that I'm going to be working extra next week, so I may need to take some time off so I have time to rest. So, there may or may not be some cancellations in the schedule, just depending on how I'm feeling at the end of a workday, basically. But yes, let's see. So, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We should be continuing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Wednesday, hold on. There we go. Wednesday, we should be seeing some more Tales of Arise. Thursday, we should be continuing the Valhalla collab with Sheppy Sheps. And then on Friday, we should be seeing some more Tales of Arise. Yes, and so the times for every day except for Friday are 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Sorry, did I say Friday? I said Friday, I'm pretty sure. The times for every stream except for Thursday, rather, are 7:30 p.m. Central Time each. And then the Thursday stream should start at around 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Yes, now that Sheps and I have worked out the video sharing through Parsec, we should have a much easier time of getting everything set up and ready. And if not, well, we may run a little bit late again. But I don't anticipate that happening. But yes, so beyond that, once again, any of those given days during the upcoming week may be a day on which I cancel. But I'm going to do everything within my power to ensure that the collab continues. I'm going to, if I'm going to... I'm going to prioritize Tales of Arise, basically, over Getting Over It, if anything needs to be compromised on. But yes. And I also, for once, I've remembered that there is a thing coming up that will affect my streaming schedule. So starting at the end of October, starting at around the 28th, I'm going to be out of the house. I'm going to be house sitting for a friend in town. Yeah, they also have pretty good internet. Yeah, it's a different friend from the other friend that I house sit for in the past. Yeah, they've got pretty good internet and all that, and ample desk space, I know. So I should, in theory, be able to continue streaming while I'm over there. So, yeah, I should be able to continue streaming while I'm over there. But, circumstances may change at any point. And yeah, since they're pretty close, I could also probably move my desktop over. I'm not 100% sure that I want to, per se. But I could if I needed to. Yeah, more likely than that, though, I might take that time, because I'm going to be over there for a good long while. Almost a month total. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of the house for almost a month total. So, I may, during that time, just take my Switch and play games on that, or something to that effect. But yeah. Again, I don't know necessarily that will affect that will prevent me from streaming, I suppose I should say, but it will almost certainly affect the streaming that happens. And I am so pleased with myself that I remembered that, a few weeks out, instead of only remembering it a few days before, and not mentioning it until it has directly affected the stream schedule. But yes. So, let's see, anything else to be gone over before we get started here? I don't know, not really. So, I suppose we might as well get right into things. Video game. Tales of Arise. So yes, so once again, I wasn't able to find time to do any more level grinding off stream, but we're pretty close to the levels that I wanted anyway. Also, I think... Alright, you guys have game audio, but I seem to not. There we go. Alright, okay, it's fixed. But yes. So...
I hate camping out.
Well, that's a shame, because we're about to camp out a little bit more before we get on with things. So, like I said, I wasn't able to find time to do any more level grinding off stream, but again, I wasn't aiming for anything higher than like level 22 or level 23, and we're not at that. The highest level anyone is level 21, but, you know, it's perfectly fine, I think. I'm not super concerned at this point. If things become concerning in the near future, then I might take the time to do some more leveling. But for now, I want to prioritize making some story progress. So...
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place.
Do we want to cook? I don't think we want to cook, actually.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife.
We certainly could.
Mind if I join you, Law?
But I don't especially feel like it. Yeah, I think this seems like the same scene as we saw last time when we were spending time with Law while camping.
See you guys tomorrow.
Also, I'm noticing my allergies are acting up a little bit all of a sudden.
I feel pretty refreshed after that.
So I apologize if that comes through. But yeah, so as for minor bits of miscellaneous business, I think actually I probably could have fast traveled to the next map, but oh well. Wait, no, wait. For some reason I thought this little township here was a separate map, but it is not. But yes, as for some little bits of miscellaneous business, the stream, or the VODs have sort of been delayed a little bit because I forgot to upload, or I forgot to render one day, and then I rendered the video, and I forgot to upload it, and so things are all a little bit out of whack. So, yeah, most of the VODs from this week have not gone up yet. I think just one or two of them have, and we're probably going to get a cutscene here, so I'll be a little bit quiet once that starts. Man, this place looks downright pleasant. If I remember correctly, I made the point earlier that this place, this whole land so far, seems like the place that you would start off a more typical JRPG in, that would then either become corrupted or debased or destroyed in some way, or that you would be forced to leave to protect before returning to, in that very hero's journey type of way.
Renan soldiers.
Do the Renans control this city? I've never seen so many of them in one place before.
No.
I mean, presumably they would.
On them. These people are all Danans. They're slaves.
I was going to say, presumably the Renans control.
If they are,
pretty much all of the city.
Well dressed.
And they're smiling too. Something weird's going on here.
Forgive the intrusion, but if I'm not mistaken, you're newcomers to Elda Menancia, yes?
We sure are.
Please, you have no reason to be alarmed. My name is Droshin. I work
I
at the
do like
Department for
how
Welfare.
terrified our party
We work
seems to
support
be
the day-to-day
at
living of all citizens.
the notion of
Welcoming
being
newcomers
identified.
to the realm is a part of our job, albeit one we rarely have the pleasure to perform.
Let me guess. We get a free pair of shackles as a welcome gift.
Perish the thought! Your trepidation is perfectly understandable, but I assure you, our way is quite different.
Nice.
In the past, this realm was no different from any other, and run by a rather merciless ruler. But all of that changed once His Excellency, Lord Dohalim, assumed power 7 years ago.
I suppose we'll see the true
Under
extent
him,
of
for
this.
the first time in our lives, we Danans were treated with the respect we deserve. Lord Dohalim is adored by Danans throughout the realm, and we serve him with gladness.
Am I hearing you right? The Danans here willingly serve a Renan lord?
Please, see for yourself. You're free to go anywhere you like. Just ask if you should need anything.
What is it? Spit it out.
It's just, we came here to free everyone.
Uh-huh.
But the Danans of this realm are all happy to serve Dohalim. Are there any walls that even need tearing down?
You'll probably
Who
find
cares?
one.
That
Such
just
is the
makes our
nature of
path to
things.
Dohalim that much
but-
clearer.
I guess, but
Still, Droshin said we should check things out for ourselves. Maybe we should look around a bit, see what we learn.
Always a good idea. But yeah, so as I was saying, most of the...
Everyone is all smiles.
I've never seen a city so lively before.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, the VODs from this week are, yeah, most of them, actually I think, no, I guess, I don't know, I was thinking for some reason that this was like the very end of this week, but it's not quite. We do still have Saturday. So you'll probably see, yeah, probably, I remember I just uploaded one today. I just uploaded one today, but I don't remember which one it was off the top of my head now. I don't know, maybe I'm not as behind as I thought I was, or maybe I'm even more behind than I thought I was. We'll see, I suppose. But yes, we could talk to Droshin, but I do kind of want to wander around first. And of course, Party Dancer.
everyone walking the streets looks so calm and happy. I guess it really is true they don't treat Danans as slaves here.
Did they actually somehow achieve equality here? And if they did, why? To what end?
Something here
it
doesn't
possible?
feel right.
Is it
even though
possible
they
that
sure wanna
Dohalim
act like it
does
does.
actually care
What is
about
going through
the
that Lord
Donans'
Dohalim's
well-being?
mind, I wonder.
You will see. What's this? Is that a tired-looking customer I see? You'll find the perfect inn right behind me. While you're out here waffling, you could be resting in one of the best, most soothing beds you'll find in town. Welcome to the in-front shop. Why do I call it that? The building on the other side is an inn. I make people aware of it with the name. Then the inn refers guests to this shop. Mutually beneficial agreement. Yeah, perhaps not. I suppose in addition to making for a good start of a JRPG city, this also seems like a place that you're trying to reach type of city. You know, where the good king lives, or perhaps lived before they were betrayed by whoever is the main villain and whatnot. The view here is amazing. The city's built over that huge forest. Even with these big buildings on top, doesn't even budge. This armored guy says it was because this is the realm of Earth. Yeah, when he says built on the forest, does he mean that it's literally built on the trees? Doesn't look quite like it. It does look like these pillars seem to extend to what I would assume is the ground, but I guess I don't know that for sure yet. Oh, he'll be fine. He got sent to a medical facility for serious illnesses. Do you really think he'll get better? He looked bad. Like, really bad. That facility uses Renan technology. I'm sure he's in good hands. But I don't know. Yes, this is definitely, for the setting that we've seen so far, this is definitely suspiciously idyllic. I definitely feel like there's something more going on here that this isn't just a nice place. This isn't just a nice place, but I feel like it isn't the sort of false utopia where people are being sort of coerced into happiness. I do think that there's an agenda here. But I don't think it's that, perhaps that dire. I don't know if that's the word for it, but... Yes? You need something? If you don't, would you go bother someone else, please? I'm kind of busy right now. Alright, this is the first not incredibly polite person we've seen in this city. Clearly she is the linchpin of all of the dark secrets. So peaceful. Sure is. Think Lord Dohalim will stay here forever?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
West. Excuse me, sir. You appear to be a stranger to these parts, yes?
Right.
Yeah, we came from out of town. Why? I apologize for the sudden proposition, but you wouldn't happen to have any granite fangs on your person by chance, did you? They come from the tusks of boar zoogles that you can find outside of town.
Hmm?
You're looking for zoogle tusks? How come? Make weapons out of them?
That can't be.
Nothing like that. You see, these tusks change color when they detect poison. Eating utensils made from those tusks are quite popular at Otelina Palace. I was hoping to stock up on more of them. What? Yeah. What, is someone worried about there being poisoned? Rena is a society that respects its hierarchy. It's hard for me to imagine anyone actually trying to poison a noble. Likewise, I've never heard of such a thing taking place. However, it's tradition at the palace to offer the tusks as something of a curio. I tried to ask the guardsmen for their assistance, but unfortunately they appear to be preoccupied with more pressing matters. Hence, if you happen to have any granite fangs, I wish to ask that you hand me 4 of them. Sure.
How's this?
Sure. We can stand to give away that many.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, kind sir. Now I have enough to make more utensils.
Wow.
Oh, you're the one who makes them, huh? Mind if I watch you do that sometime? If you're okay with an audience, that is. Of course. Please feel free to visit me whenever you have a moment to spare. I'd love it if you can maybe also turn some of those tusks into
Hey!
Alphen? Never mind. I think we're gonna head out now. Very well. Thank you again for your generosity. Well, yeah, so we've seen another indication here that this place...
Zoogle fangs would make great weapons.
They already
you need to
do.
stop this fixation with weapons.
They already make weapons out of Zoogle fangs.
You're the same way about food. Are you planning to stop that?
Yeah, we're already seeing a sign that things are perhaps a little bit different in some significant ways than typical Renan society here. Hey, guardsman, shouldn't you be working? I don't know what it's like in the realm you come from, but here in Menencia, everything's peaceful. There's 0 chance of anything bad happening. I'm sure. Well, yeah, thanks to the Lord, life is nice for all of us. Yeah, see? It's more than just us, anyway. There's also the guardsmen. Nothing's gonna break if I slack off. Nonetheless, the reason the city's so peaceful is because you Renan soldiers are around. All the younger kids idolize you, so don't shatter their illusions, please. You've got a silver tongue, mister. Fine, I'll make this drink my last. Politeness really is hard to find in the world of this game thus far. But owls are not. Alright, over here it sounds like. This way? Further on? Nope. Oh dear. I've walked into a cutscene. I take it you folks are all travelers? It's so wonderful to have you all here.
I guess.
You really don't bat an eye on us all being together, do you? Even though we have a Renan with us? Are you surprised? I suppose it might not be a common sight elsewhere on Donna, but here in Vicent, it's a part of everyday life. Hey, if we want to visit the palace, do we keep going this way?
Sure.
Yes, that's exactly right. Although if you ask me, the training grounds might be more up your alley, since you all appear to be of that persuasion. Training grounds, you say? Is that code for some kind of arena where you make complete strangers fight and kill one another for sport? No, absolutely not. It's nothing terrible like that. The training grounds are what they sound like. It's true that years ago it used to be a really gruesome place where slaves had to fight each other as well as vicious Zoogles. But when our current Lord Dohalim, came to power, one of the very first things he did was put a stop to such an awful spectacle. You're telling me a Renin Lord did that? The place was then refurnished and reopened as a proper place to train, like it's known for these days. It's mainly designed to be used by the Eldimanencia Guard, but it's open to anyone who wants to use its facilities. Anyone? Even Danans?
Sure.
Of course. The arena is far too punishing for me, but if you're looking to hone your skills, I recommend you pay it a visit. Very curious. Goods and services being offered to us. Alright, the owl is definitely in this square somewhere. Ah, there you are. I was thinking it would be up, since most of the owls that we've seen so far have been perched in various places. Halo, a ring of holy light. It also doubles as a decent neck support when reading books in bed. Interesting. Can't drink another drop.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Is that what you gathered from talking to him? What should I make to go with dinner? Dad's been a little out of sorts lately, so I want to lift his spirits some. I'm telling you, ma'am, we don't deal in that. Don't you have any room to bend here? I need it for my newborn grandchild. Really wish I could help, but I can't. Did you ask around to other stores? Welcome to Vicent. The city is open to everyone, even Danans like you and me. I suppose that's our next objective. Excuse me, ma'am. What are your plans for dinner tonight? I think that's the first time that an NPC has addressed us just sort of in general with the... Yeah, addressed us assuming that we are a female character. I think usually their dialogue seems to assume that we would be Elfin. Hey, ma'am, we're almost out of liquor. Goodness gracious, we're still getting customers. Go buy some more for me, quick. You're a real slave driver sometimes, ma'am. Oh dear. I've been given orders not to let anyone through here for the time being. Come back later and it might be open again. This guy seems to be having a rough time of it. Oh, also, more dialogue he had.
So, do any of you know anything about Lord Dohalim?
I think I remember hearing something back in Sislodan about how he fights using a rod.
A rod?
So he does fight.
I don't know the details, but from what I gather, he swings a long rod around and uses it to stab and smack people from afar. I think there's also something he does with, like, trees or grass or something. I forget.
That would make sense, given circumstances.
Bear in mind that Eldimanencia harvests Earth astral energy. It would be no surprise for him to have some sort of control over plants.
So basically the point is we know nothing about the guy.
Rather,
Wish we weren't going in completely blind.
I mean, honestly, knowing what type of weapon he fights with is probably more than we've known about a lot of the Danon lords that we've fought so far. Oh, 500 gold. Where's that 500 gold? I didn't get that. Did I? Well, honestly, 500 gold is not all that much. I don't feel like going out of my way for it at the moment. Let's see if you have anything else to say. Ah, I remember you. You need anything? What is this place? This is Vicin, capital city of Eldimenencia. A beautiful, verdant, peaceful city full of life. The most beautiful landmark is Ottolina Palace, the manor of Lord Dohalim. His policies have ensured that we can live our lives free of oppression. You need anything else? Seems pretty bustling here. It sure is. It's what sets this city apart. We're still technically slaves. Concerning. But we get paid fairly for our work. So everybody's happy to work. I suppose that's a step up, but I do intend to work on the technically slaves part. I don't agree with that necessarily. The marketplace is booming and worries about where food or lodgings come from are a thing of the past. It's all the result of Lord Dohalim's reforms. Now then, you need anything else? Part of me wonders how the rest of the Danon lords would feel about, Brennan lords. The rest of the Brennan lords, on Dana perhaps, but Brennan lords nonetheless, would feel about, or do feel about this sort of place where, or more specifically about a place where the Brennans were completely not slaves. It feels on one hand, like intuitively, like the sort of thing that they would be ideologically opposed to. But I suppose a realm where Danons are not exploited is a realm where that isn't gathering astral energy, or at least not as much, and thus, a realm that is not gathering much astral energy, and thus a realm that is not a rival for the position of, like, overlord, I suppose, the supreme ruler of all the Renans and the Danons, which they may find desirable to some extent. Pardon. Is there anywhere we can rest? Ah, you must be tired after so long on the road. Go up the stairs behind me and you'll find an inn straight to your right. They've always got a Barker girl out front, so it should be hard to miss. The beds there are great, so I highly recommend staying there at least once. I'm good, thanks. I'm not planning on staying at the inn, but I do definitely want to see it.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Unfortunately, we're not so lucky today, Shion. Menencia has plenty of minerals to find, which made it the perfect place for me to learn how to do metalwork. Let's see, what can we make? What can we make right now? Lucky bangles are very expensive. Yeah, nothing too new, it doesn't look like. I don't know if we can make swift rings before, but I also don't know that I want to right now. It might be nice to have one on law, given my issues with spacing as law. That's worth thinking about, but I think I might already have a swift ring. I guess I could make a better swift ring. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't know that I've ever enhanced anything. So this is Alexandrite, which gives light and dark resistance. So, it occurs to me, I don't remember... Let's use low-ranking materials first of all. Okay, so that gives light and dark damage. I guess presumably that is a cumulative with the already existing minus 50%. Okay, and so yeah, the type of material used, or the specific materials used, don't affect the new skills that the... Oh, right, you can use... Yeah, you can use other accessories. But yeah, it seems that these skills... Actually... I'm trying to remember. I feel like there should be... No, it does. It seems like all that we get is a greater reduction in damage. I suppose I could... I only see those two accessories here, but I think that's probably because the rest of them are equipped. You definitely should have had the Alexandrite... Or... What was that? Were they Alexandrite? Yes. Oh. Okay, it seems that we can't. We, in fact, yeah, definitely cannot enhance the others. Yeah, I was going to say, it would have been nice to have these on for the fight with the previous lord, whose name I've since forgotten, sadly. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So they have... Right. I'm... Okay. I've just now remembered how the crafting system in this game works. So thank you for your patience with me while I rediscover it. I don't feel like there's probably anything to be gained from... You seem a little bit sketchy. Positioned such that I can't see your face and all in completely concealed. Oh, I can see your face a little bit. Only just a little bit. I don't know that there's anything to be gained from looking at new weapons, I don't think. Like I said, I'm not going to rest here. Not yet, anyway. Yes. So... Is this... What are these? I guess these are... Oh, those are area transitions, I think, perhaps. Or no, I guess they'd be... Yeah, speak to the citizen of Vicent. So those are... Yeah, those are not where we need to go to... Well, they are where we need to go to accomplish our current task, but I was thinking of them as places that we would need to transition to complete our current task. Given that it's a side quest and my general policy with side quests, I think we'll go check out the training grounds before we finish talking to everyone. Gotta get these flowers to grow nice and pretty for Lord Dohalim. So where... Okay, yeah, the training grounds are at this area transition. Something wrong? No, just wondering how I might approach the lady tending the trees over there. What? Don't approach me out of nowhere, you mere Danon. Look, are you truly from another realm? He wants us to keep allowing unrestricted entry? Has his lordship gone mad? Okay, so it seems that not all of his soldiers are necessarily with the program, so to speak. I have the honorable duty of guarding Lord Dohalim. You also have the honorable duty of guarding Lord Dohalim? Are you looking to immigrate here? If you want to live in this city, apply with the Citizenry Affairs official over there. Don't worry, they'll get you all set up. Oh, this is another person to talk to for the quest. Curious about what I'm wearing? I bought this myself, if you'll believe it. Nowadays, we Danans get paid a fair wage for the work we do. It's all thanks to Lord Dohalim. Up past here is the training grounds. Anyone's welcome to train here, but only if you're not afraid of getting injured. Right. It used to be a stage for gladiator contests. Oh, alright, we've gotten paid just for being at the training grounds. Nice.
So these are the training grounds. The atmosphere here feels different compared to the rest of Vicent.
It's
There's no
just a
trees in
nicer
here.
name for a place where people go to fight.
So, it's still a good way for us to test our strength. Stop sweating the small stuff.
We guardsmen have been undergoing rigorous training ever since we entered the guard, dedicating ourselves to one goal, ultimate might. Not 1 inch will be given to any rotten Zeugles that dare to cross me. Just cut them down and toss them aside. Cut them down and... Man, the people who get picked to join the guard sure are something else, aren't they? He's been yelling that stuff for a while now, but I haven't actually seen him step up to the reception this entire time. Okay, this time I'm going to give it everything I have. I've been training for this day. I know I can do it. I hope so, but what are we going to do if we get hurt in there? My fists feel like balls of fire. I bet I can take on the advanced trials no problem. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. You're drunk again. Did you forget you flunked the entrance exams with guard? The reason your hand feels like that is because you punched a wall, dummy. I suggest you stick to the novice fights if you know what's good for you. Yeah, so that looks like all the... Oh, no, not quite. I was going to say that looks like all the conversations to be had here. You know, it takes a special kind of stupid to walk up to one of us armored soldiers, pull out your weapon, and try to fight us with it. Come on, can you really blame me? Your weapons are so big and strong, I couldn't help myself. What are you, 5? Are you like this with everything you see? Think about what you're doing before it gets you arrested. Welcome to the training grounds, the pride of Vicente. If you're looking for the place to take your training to the next level, you've come to the right place. We embrace anybody who walks through our doors. As long as you want to improve yourself, you'll always find a place to train here. I can tell just from looking at you all that you don't simply want to improve either. You want to be the best at what you do. Am I right? Then step right up and throw down the gauntlet. We'll be more than happy to put you through your paces. Solo battle, group battle, hear explanation. I guess we'll hear the explanation first. Training grounds. Summary. At the training grounds, you'll fight solo or in a group, sometimes under special rules. The difficulty is fixed to normal, items are not allowed. Clearing them for your first time and beating your time in subsequent tries earns you rewards. Some trials have special rules as listed below. Down-only damage. Damage is inflicted after enemies are downed by a boost attack. No rematches for X minutes. Cannot be attempted again for the stated period. You know, it's been a very long time since I've controlled Shion in battle. So I suppose we'll... Let's attempt the Novice Challenge. Your training has only just begun. You've got a long, harsh road ahead, but trust me, all of that experience will inevitably pay off in the end. Take everything you see and learn and use it to better yourself. I've been a little bit hasty with my dialogue reading, I feel like. Now, one thing I should probably do on Shion is I should probably equip more, like, attacks. It occurs to me, I don't know what these creatures are weak to. I feel like, let's see, they're earth elemental, so presumably they would be weak to air or something like that. Unfortunately, we don't have any air abilities. I guess lightning might be that. I don't know if we've seen this move, Gravitas Field. It sounds interesting. And let's make Shion be extra toxic. Let's see. Well, I was gonna try and prioritize. Interesting. So does this? Yes. Okay. It does. Whoops. Yes. It does launch. It does launch. Presumably without necessarily needing to, or seemingly without necessarily. Whoops. Wrong button. Seemingly without necessarily needing to break the enemy first. Though it does seem to, at least in this case, break the enemy. I don't know if that's an inherent trait of how it works. Yeah, I don't know if that's an inherent trait of how it works, or just part of it. Oops. Oh, nice. I didn't notice that. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Nice. Oh, I've learned a new move. Oh, I've learned another new move. Is this? Alright, Shion is indeed extremely toxic, apparently. Oh dear. I was not expecting a few enemies to appear that suddenly. Oops. Okay, so for some reason I was thinking that the lunar blast projectiles would... Oops. I was thinking that they would home in on enemies, but it seems that is not the case. Oh, right. I need to... Yeah. So using bombs in general... Using bombs in general doesn't cause the... Oops. Yeah, using bombs in general doesn't cause the... Ow. Okay, so that enemy didn't get launched. Oh dear. Maybe I should be more careful. Maybe I should equip some healing arcs.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Who wants to die next? Where are you going? There.
Alright, not bad.
Toxicity.
Oops. Alright. Fine, for healing. What do we want? Okay, so first aid... Or no. Yeah, first aid is the healing art. Scorched Earth. Explode. Okay, so this is an air ability. Both in the sense that it is an ability you use in the air and in the... Or yeah, right, because lightning is separate from... Lightning is not the same as wind. Yeah. I was thinking of D&D there. Yeah, Xion definitely feels very different. Definitely feels very different from pretty much every other character we've played. Now that she has a little bit more of a varied moveset, it feels less like she's just kind of less fun to play. More like, yeah, just very different in a lot of ways. Alright. Oh dear. Yeah, the lack of reliance on melee, or even being within anywhere near striking distance of an enemy, does mean that you can play a lot more, perhaps more so than can, necessitates that you play a lot more sort of, in a much more slow-paced manner than other characters. So getting counter edges on enemy defeats definitely allows her to move a little bit quicker. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna charge that up a little bit more, but I didn't really need to, I don't think. But yeah. Definitely a very different way to play the game, Xion, compared to Law, who I've been playing for pretty much since we got him, I think. That was great. I was so happy to see you win that I accidentally flattened my chair. It's not every day you see such immense, refined talent on display, trust me. I'm not sure my Xion talent is quite that refined, but I'll take the compliment, thank you. If I'm not mistaken, that's your first victory here. Well, to celebrate your immense strength, I offer you this special prize. Use it to motivate you to attain even greater heights than before. King Gigafang. Demi-human talent. Spirit Bangle. Oh! I like this. Alright, so I might want to go and do some more, basically. Real training is a lifelong endeavor. You can always push yourself harder to overcome new limits with enough perseverance. Now get out there and show me everything you're made of. Oh dear. I also have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, these are Umis of an entirely new nature. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, I don't think that we're gonna win this. I've been wrong before, but I don't know that more so than... This is probably a fight we could win if I really tried. But I feel like it would take longer than it would be worth. Oops. Careful, careful.
Pathetic.
What a shame. I'm glad that your opponent is never your greatest threat. It's pride and complacency. Looks like you still have some training to do. But no need to get down about it. Learning these things is what the training grounds are here for. Okay, so the training grounds are definitely a long-term goal. Oh, yeah, recommended level 40. Recommended level... Oh, Xi'an training, okay. I was assuming that these were arranged in ascending order of difficulty. Okay. But yeah, anyway. So this definitely seems to be something of a long-term goal, clearing the training grounds. So, I assume that life here is, well, I don't know, we've pretty soundly upended life in Calaglia and in Cisloden, and the areas themselves are still available for us to explore. So, yeah, whether or not things get thoroughly changed after we do our business, whatever that business may be, with Dohalim. Yeah, regardless of how thoroughly things get changed, we may still, things are probably not going to change that much here, in terms of what we can and can't do, I suppose. Let's get some training in with Xi'an. All training begins at step 1. Those who are brave enough to take it will find greater heights awaiting them. Now, let's get you on the path to training. I've gotten a little bit lax in my dialogue reading, I think. Alright, it is broken, but again, we can only get this enemy with a, if we knock it down with a boost dart.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
And, speaking of which,
I'm out. It's over.
and they're gonna get up, so, I wonder if maybe I could have applied some toxicity. I wonder if I could have applied some toxicity to... Oh, actually, hold on. No, yeah, it seems that... Yeah, it's not just that they only take damage if they... or only significant damage if they've already been boosted. But they... Oops. Oh, for some... Yeah, okay. Yeah, previously I thought that the boomies attacked there with the sort of red circular area that surrounds them. I was assuming that there was just the red circular area, basically. Yeah, so I guess I don't need to necessarily concern myself with... I don't necessarily need to concern myself with... Yeah, I don't necessarily need to concern myself with applying toxicity to be able to do damage even after they get back up again, because once they get back up again, they are still vulnerable. Yeah, I probably should have reviewed the information on how to effectively build up boost rings, because I'm sure that there's like a particular way to do it. Yes, I don't know what that is necessarily, but not bad. Could have been a little bit smoother. Nice work. As soon as I saw you win, I squeezed my hand so tight I crushed this rock I was holding to dust. Alright, you've spent some time in the training grounds, haven't you? There's nothing like a good hard fight on these here training grounds, even if it's over before you know it. I'm not mistaken, that's your first victory here. Well, to celebrate your immense strength, I offer you this special prize. Use it to motivate you to attain even greater heights than before. A nice calming tea. Do we want to try to get the target clear time? Okay, so it seems that, the way I interpreted the explanation was you set a time and then you get, if you set a lower time than that, just in general, you get the next bonus. But it seems to be that the target clear bonus is if clear the target specifically. So let's real quick relearn how to fight effectively. No, it wouldn't be an enemy info either. Let's see. Boost. I always forget the specific terminology. Actually, it'd be under battle, wouldn't it? Right. So boost strikes. Right, those are the quick time events. Boost attacks. Okay. Once the boost gauge is full, press the corresponding directional pad button to execute. These moves can be followed up with more attacks afterwards and restore arts gauge when used. Yeah, builds up automatically over time. Be filled up faster by landing attacks and counter edges on enemies as well. So I suppose I should maybe try to get better at dodging. I'm okay at simply not being where an attack is going to be, especially against these relatively weak enemies who telegraph their attacks a lot. That's it. But yeah, I'm not so good at actually timing my dodges, though. Yeah, boost strikes, one-hit kill attacks performed in tandem, yeah. Okay, it says they're one-hit kill attacks. We know that that's not necessarily true, so I guess that's why I assumed that they would be every time, and was surprised to see that they weren't. I seem to remember that they were. Okay, so these are boost attacks. These are boost attacks that you use with the directional pad. Then the special moves, what I've been calling the cool moves, are boost strikes. Yes, certain attacks can down an enemy. Boost attacks an enemy is susceptible to, as well as destroying weak points which down them. Yeah. Overlimit. We've already learned about overlimit. Okay, so there's boost strikes, or there's boost attacks, there's boost strikes, and then there's mystic arts. And those are the really cool moves that you can use when you get into overlimit. Yeah, after landing an art, press and hold 2 of the following buttons. Yeah, I always have difficulty activating those. Because I only very recently learned how to even use them.
I won't forgive you.
Alright, so... Whoop, okay, that was not a great counter edge, I must say.
Here I go. You're lightning. Take it. I'm only getting started.
Gravitas Field is probably not worth using because it's the very long animation on it.
It's over. Toxicity. Time to burn.
Yes. Toxicity also seems to not be super effective. At least not at the ranges I've been using it.
Gravitas Field.
Gravitas Field, I guess, maybe could be used as something to set up with, if perhaps not something to be relied on. For some reason I thought that I had an air dodge as Xion. I probably have one on other characters, just not Xion specifically.
This one's mine.
It's so nice that Gravitas Field... Well, actually, come to think of it, it does seem to also stun, which is nice. But yeah, anyway, that Gravitas Field focuses, or homes in on enemies, because my aim as Xion has, I would say, been questionable. Historically, it has been pretty questionable. I should keep in mind that I can, extend my combo. Not that way, but by using jumping, using aerial attacks. Alright, so you fought excellently there. I can tell you really put your speed and decision making through their paces. To commemorate that speed, I offer you the special prize. Take pride in it and use it to motivate you further. Nice. Let's see, we've had pineapple gels before, I think. I did say that I was going to do story progress this stream, and I did. I have done story progress, so now it's time for more fighting. Okay, so the recommended level for the novice things here are 25 now that I'm looking at it. So it definitely seems like I'm underleveled like I thought I was. So yeah, if I can find the time, I probably should take the time to level grind and get up to speed. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I could just play the game on stream. You know, I always try to, I don't know, I avoid level grinding is a thing that I try to avoid doing on stream. And I guess I could, if I wanted to avoid doing it on stream, I could just do a short stream today, maybe. But it feels like a weird time to decide that this is a short stream. Mencia armored swordsman. You know, I didn't take the time to check what was going to happen here. Yeah, what the rules for this battle were. But I suppose we can probably guess. Let's see, we probably have, now that I think about it, we probably have other aerial arcs on, well, we don't have a whole lot, but we have other aerial arcs that we can use on Alphen. So why not use some of them? I'd rather not. This is the training grounds after all. Ooh. I gotta remember that. Yeah, Mirage is a... I sure don't rise a whole lot in Rising Falcon. It definitely doesn't seem like it definitely doesn't seem like a move that causes you to rise very much. Alright. Alright, so the air combo works better if I am actually in the air for it. This probably isn't going to do anything meaningful. I do kind of like the lightning thrust into Rising Falcon. Does look pretty cool. I don't think it's super terribly effective necessarily, especially not, you know, immediately, given that it prevents me from doing the air combo. Alright. There we go. Probably this wasn't necessarily the best idea, considering my already low health, but, you know. Nice. Nice. Alright. I should have maybe gotten out of the way before I did that, given circumstances, but I'm sure things will go alright. Not bad, not bad. Alright, that's a pretty solid combo. Aw. Tragic. Yeah, I definitely didn't intend that dodge. I did mess that up there, I will admit. But let's continue nonetheless. Yeah, it definitely feels like sometimes I start battles with more boost attack energy than other times. Meter's called the boost gauge. Okay, so yeah, my boost strike as Alphen does do damage to me. I was sort of wondering if it did. Yeah, it does definitely seem more so that Alphen's moves that you trigger manually as the player are the ones more likely to do damage. Or the, I guess the, more so than that, the ones that are, you know, specific to him. But yeah, whereas the boost strikes, his boost strikes don't cause damage to him, as we've already established. At least I seem to remember that they don't. Like I just said, I've been wrong before. All right, there we go. So I guess this is an example of why I need to be a little bit more careful with Alphen than I might with other characters. Especially in a scenario like this. Because, yeah, I have, even if I play perfectly, I do have to damage myself to use some of Alphen's abilities. Maybe I... Nope, okay. I do have, it seems like I have iframes when using my boost attack. Nice, nice. Okay, nice, nice. And continuing with more swallow blades. Just for the sake of it, really. I don't know, that might have been bad for my time, to be honest. I could have just used that move quicker. Again with the rock. How many rocks do you have? I guess this is like the rock place. Okay, yeah, that was almost, well, half a minute is enough of a margin that I feel like not using Swallow Blade a few times probably wouldn't have affected it that much. I'm sure I could win this with Alphen if I applied myself. Or I could get the full clear bonus with Alphen if I applied myself. But I think I'm going to just do the training with all the characters and then we'll move on. Alright, let's see what Rinlo can do. Nice, nice. Actually, hold on. Let's see if you have any more aerials. No, you don't. Okay, fair enough. Oh, well, maybe we do now. Yes. Or wait. Razor Cyclone, that's the new one. Yeah, I've been sort of ooh, that's a cool move. Yeah, I've been prioritizing... Maybe I should have waited for them to use, well, I mean, they're broken one way or the other. Anyway, I've now forgotten what I was going to say, so... Oh well. Oh, right. So I was sort of, prioritizing trying to set up, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Setting up counter edges. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Or I was prioritizing trying to set up... Okay, so no, actually, you didn't get boost attack broken like you were supposed to. I'm just now realizing. So I guess, yeah, you do need to be using a spell for that. If you'd be so kind, thank you. Alright, so now I can deal damage to you. Should have probably paid a bit more attention to that, but...
In here. This'll come in handy. Take that. Razor Cyclone.
I really like the animation on Razor Cyclone. I don't know that it's necessarily all that effective, but it looks cool. And that's all that matters sometimes.
Light Astral, I'm crowded enough. Don't get in my way. Here goes.
Alright. Oh, nope. Right? You just just established the circumstances under which we need to use a boost attack to get the best results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time. Thunderblade!
Ah! Oh, can I hold on to... Oh no, Thunderblade, right. I thought I was holding on to, yeah, the input for Photon Flash. Okay, so once those pillars are up, they are sort of static. They don't cause harm anymore.
Take that! Light astral energy! Ow! Close one, right back at
For
me.
some reason, I seem to remember being able to activate the stored abilities. Wait, nope. Yeah, I seem to remember being able to activate my stored abilities off of using like Photon Flash or a normal 3-hit combo. But that doesn't seem to work now. So I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know if that's just a... Okay, so Razor Cyclone does hit twice. I was curious about that, since it seemed to not sometimes, but I think that's caused by me... Oh, no. I guess I just must have double inputted it. Oops. Yeah, Razor Cyclone, Razor Cyclone. So yeah, I guess I can just use it repeatedly. For some reason I thought that I wouldn't be able to. Alright, so please use an art. I've made such a fool of myself.
Not in your dreams. Light astral energy.
Okay, so no, yeah. Okay, Photon Flash there did definitely activate... Whoops. Yeah, did definitely activate my, my stored magic.
Here goes. One last dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Not bad. So here I was thinking that I'd be the worst as Xion, but I've gotten the best results with Xion actually so far. Which is due in large part to the fact that Rinwell's boost attack specifically seems to be very counterintuitive to me. I guess it is kind of counterintuitive because it's not...
One last one. Lightning condemns. Thunderblade.
Yeah, it doesn't
Thunderblade.
stun enemies in the same circumstances as all the others do.
Here's another. Here goes.
Yeah, all the rest of them seem to stun enemies whenever they hit them. I guess the way it's described, you know, it stuns enemies when they are particularly vulnerable to that particular type of strike.
The close one. Right back at you.
So for Xion's case, presumably that is just flying enemies. Oh dear.
Poodle.
Yeah, for Xion that is flying enemies. For Alphen that is enemies that have a corporeal body. Maybe not even that specific. Maybe just enemies in general. That's it. And for Rinwell, it is specifically enemies that are casting an art. So yes, so in light of all that we've learned, I feel like a 2-minute clear time as Rinwell seems a little bit ambitious. Unless there is just this one enemy that we need to fight. But I'll keep trying.
Go get him. One last one.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the number of hits that charges up the...
Field.
Yeah, charges up your art faster. Or if the... Oh wait, of course I know. It's not... Of course it's not just this one. We've already established that. I don't know what I was thinking here. Oops.
Not on my watch.
Alright, two straight.
One more. Lightning condemns. Thunderblade. Light astral energy.
Alright.
Here goes. Take that. Photon flash. They're attacking from behind.
Ah, okay. So it seems that... Okay, yeah. It seems to be specifically...
One last.
It seems to be specifically that the yeah, if you like input a direction,
Up and at 'em, let's go!
after a charging up, yeah, using a move that might otherwise
Go get 'em!
trigger your
Light astral energy! Up and at
yeah,
'em, let's
trigger
go!
your charge magic activation. If you input a direction, or perhaps another attack also, I'm not 100% sure if that also does it. But it seems that you can essentially interrupt your own activation of the effect.
Lightning condemns! Sleep now. More for the stockpile. One last.
Yeah, and the amount of with the amount of like dodging and everything that I do, probably that's why they've sort of been not working the way I expect. All right. So, okay. Okay, we did it. Nice. Not by a very slim margin. By a very slim margin, but honestly, I wasn't expecting to make it under 2 minutes at all. So I guess maybe the battle doesn't count like cutscenes, per se, as time towards the... Because, yeah, I was assuming that it was counting, 1 second of time in real life directly corresponds to 1 second of time as the game counts it in combat, for the purposes of the training grounds. But it seems that that's not necessarily the case. That's it. Alright, let's get trained in law. Okay, and so presumably, yeah, law presumably only stuns enemies upon hitting them with, oops. I seem to be double inputting arts a lot today. That's unfortunate. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. And so, this should be enough to take them both out. Very good. Punching power up. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so I guess it seems that I have a certain amount of what you might call super armor when using oops. Well, I didn't hit the shell shocker, unfortunately. Yeah, I have a certain amount of super armor when executing one of Law's long moves. So even if I get hit, it won't necessarily cancel the move, which I was concerned about being the case. Okay, so I definitely started with a different amount of different amount of boost gauge in this fight, because I started out with like almost none, whereas I started out with it full last time. Not bad, not bad.
Anything in armor is all mine. Armor won't save you.
Not bad, not bad.
I'll run you through. Watch this. You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Alright, not bad, not bad. Whoops. Alright. Try not to eagle dive directly away from the enemy. That's not so effective. Oh dear. Yes, I can dodge directly into them to activate a counterattack. That's nice. Oh, but I'm paralyzed. So that's not good. Very glad that the shell shocker was feeling feeling polite enough to wait for me to be able to move again there. Somehow it almost feels appropriate for Law to suffer the most in the pursuit of training grounds perfection in the novice course. Alright, maybe I should try to not get hit so much. And maybe I should wait to use steel until the enemy is actually, you know, vulnerable to the damage that my abilities do. Ah, unfortunate.
Now I'm real mad.
Good. Alright, let's... Nope. Okay, so I just need to hold it. I don't need to necessarily press it after the art is done. They really kind of don't. They were, like, directly in front of you. That was too far away. I'm not going to hit both of them. Well, no, I did. Never mind. Let's focus on the one that's closest. Alright, not too bad. Definitely could be getting better results, but... Mind Barrage, gotta be mindful of that. Perhaps even mindful of that, if you would.
Now you see what I can do.
Yeah, tough fellows these are, aren't they? Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay. So yeah, definitely I need to get used to the way inputs are buffered in this game. I need to get used to the way that inputs are buffered in this game because I keep double inputting steel, which is not good. And of course that was simply a failure to dodge. I really do wish I could cancel my standard attacks into arts. That'd be nice. And it seems like an enemy does remain broken for a period of time after the... Yeah. Or... Oh, okay. Oh, actually, this is very good. Oops. Alright, hold on. And while that is going off, then we can, yeah, ready the Tenebrous Claw. Which should eliminate that enemy. Oh, dead here. Yeah. Up until this point, I've sort of been working under the assumption that if the enemy doesn't have the word break displayed above their head, then they are not broken and thus cannot be launched. But it seems that is not necessarily the case. Oh dear. Alright, not bad, not bad. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, I didn't know shell shockers could do that, actually. Alright, we'll give it one more attempt with Law. Alright, looks like we are not ready to pass the bar yet. We haven't done enough Law training. Which is a real shame. If nothing else, this is a great practice for learning how to extend combos, or just how to do good combos in general. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, learning good combo routes, I guess, is sort of... Oops. Learning good combo routes is what I'm thinking of.
I'll run you through. Hey, when did I get so popular? Eat this.
Well, that was unfortunate.
This has got your name on 'em. Talon Storm.
I don't know if using arts necessarily is any more effective at building up boost gauge than... Oops. That certainly isn't.
I can carve through arms. Knock it into next week.
Okay, ran out of awakening there. Oh dear. We only got one enemy, which is especially unfortunate. We should have focused on grouping them up. So now we're probably not going to get the benefit if we, or the full bonus, even if we do win with Law, which is not certain.
You're wide open. I'll end you. I'm just getting started. Swallow dance. I'll end you. I'm on it.
All right, all right.
Done.
We're not doing too bad though.
Ready and rare.
Certainly the fact that we now know that Law, or that the Shell Shockers can learn Hydro Beam, or Hydro Pump. Oh man, that was a embarrassing failure of my Pokemon knowledge there. Yes, Hydro Pump. I don't know, it could be Bubble Beam, maybe. I could try to make that argument and save my pride. But we all know that that is false. Could be Water Gun, maybe.
Almost, you're wide open. I'll run you through.
So yeah, speaking of Pokemon, I've seen a little bit of the recent Pokemon news that one of the gym leaders in the new Pokemon games is going to be a streamer, which is fun.
Attack time. I lost myself in the heat of the moment.
But we are alive, which is pretty nice.
Now you see what I can do. Talon Storm.
Alright, and just calmly input.
Crush you. Lightning
Very
Blade
good.
Lesson. Tenebrous Claw.
Local clan destroyed. Alright, nearly a whole minute over, but we won, so that's it. Anyway, one of the one of the new Pokemon gym leaders is going to be a streamer, which is fun. Now, I just had a thought. I was just talking about how I might specialize in Switch streams while I'm out of the house, in case I don't want to carry my desktop over, because it is, even if it's not a huge distance, it is still somewhat cumbersome, what with being a desktop and not being designed to be mobile and whatnot. And I can't help but notice that the Pokemon games do happen to be scheduled to release around the time. They do happen to be scheduled to release around the time that I'm going to be out of the house, potentially specializing in Switch streams. So that might mean something. But anyway, I definitely want to do some Pokemon streams in I definitely do want to do some Pokemon streams, or some Pokemon games, I should say. I typically don't do individual streams of the games. Usually I play through the whole game if I can. Hi there. Are you wanting to immigrate here? Just passing through, actually. You're a traveler? Don't see many of those. It's a dangerous world out there. Most people who try to flee end up attacked by Zoogles. The city has both security and lodgings aplenty. Take your time and enjoy your stay. The way he phrased that seems a little bit suspicious to me.
Should we really take this?
It's probably fine. This definitely seems like a place where people perhaps are more concerned about things like that than they would be in other places, but
hear a voice.
A place where
Somebody's
luxuries,
asking for help.
there is space for luxuries
Hopefully it's
instead of
nothing that'll be
just
too hard to deal with.
day-to-day survival.
Okay.
And moreover, a place where the resident Renans who would probably make use of these luxuries even more so than the Danans are less antagonistic than they are in other places, to some degree. I gather you guys came here along the highway, yeah? You didn't happen to run into that thing along the way, did you? Oh, I know. We did. We did. I'm 100% certain we did. I know exactly what you're talking about, my friend. What thing? I'm talking about the huge Zoogle that flies around the skies, occasionally dropping down to attack both people and Zoogles alike. Attacks even Zoogles? Now that's something you don't meet every day. Yeah, this guy's really something. Even the uniforms here have a hard time dealing with it. I've even tried putting a bounty on it to sweeten the pot, you could say. Everyone's just about given up on it. We'll see what we can do. I don't anticipate doing anything about it now. We're definitely under-leveled for that if we can... Well, I guess, you know, the solo challenges are one thing. But, yeah, we've seen that the dragon is, like, level 26 or whatever. So it's going to be a little while before I feel comfortable facing it. In that case, we'll handle it. I'm sure we'll find a way to get rid of it. You really think you have what it takes? I mean, you all look capable, don't get me wrong, but... We've got this. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, we've got someone here who can practically shoot down flying Zoogles with her eyes closed.
Just great.
You mean Xion? I don't think she's going to appreciate you volunteering her for this. Well, if you think you can handle it, that'd be great. You'll find it flying around Trasilda Highway. Normally, it'll leave you alone, but if it sees a fight break out, that's when it swoops in to cause trouble. Meaning that the only way to attract its attention is if we fight some other Zoogles first? You've got it. It's a pain, to be sure. A clever pain at that. Well, we're off to hunt. You better have that bounty ready by the time we get back.
All right.
Of course, I'm a man of my word. Happy hunting. It'll be a little while before we engage in this.
What are you going to use the prize money for?
What else? Eating until my stomach bursts.
That
Fair
sounds
enough.
right up Shion's alley.
You seem somewhat despondent. I just can't shake off the sluggishness lately. It's not like I've even been drinking much. So this is the third time that we've seen reference to people drinking and perhaps having difficulty not drinking. Or at least being disinclined to not drink. Which is also something worth noting, I think. The gate over there is locked down at the moment. There's no going through it. Not like anyone wants to go through it anyway. The realm it leads to is dangerous. Let's see, there's another side
like
quest over
somebody's
here.
watching us.
You know, the
Maybe
side
there's
quest.
someone around here who needs
Oh.
our help.
Maybe.
What's wrong?
Hey, are you okay? Wait, you're that foodie we ran into before, aren't you?
Yes.
Why, hello there, Blazing Sword. I haven't seen you since we were in Cislodia. Needless to say, I'm hungry. Again? Give the man some of those mushrooms you just picked. Ah, you never learn anything, do you? Just what kind of wretched fungus are you trying to stuff down my throat? I don't know, I think they're pretty good.
How?
I wish I shared your unfounded courage, my boy. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm here in Vicint on important business. Through careful investigation and some sneaking around, I've acquired a top-secret recipe from none other than the palace itself. However, I'm short on it. Ask you all to procure what I need once more? Back up a little. What was that you said about sneaking around? Before I answer that, tell me. Before I answer that, tell me. You enjoy meat? Yeah, I do. Who doesn't? Well, the recipe I pilfered is none other than for beef stew, a first-rate dish that's all about its meat.
Hey!
So you did steal the recipe is what you're saying. So what if I did? Who cares? Now what do you say? Will you gather what I need or not? Alf, and I'm pretty sure this guy's breaking the law. And we certainly don't want that law. He only uncovered a recipe from the palace. I don't think that quite makes him a criminal. Precisely. I simply took what I learned from those snake eyes I saw in Cislodia and put it to use in the name of fine cuisine. Am I really hearing this? I mean, you were a snake eye at one point, Law. Or a snake eyes. So yeah, I guess snake eyes is still singular. I think. The way it's been used. What I need is meat and potatoes, as well as mushrooms and tomatoes. You'll get those for me, won't you? Oh, so now you want the mushrooms.
Right.
But anyway, we have them. You've already got what you're looking for.
Nice work.
In that case, I need you to follow this recipe here and cook me a beef stew right away. Why are you making me cook again? Can't wait to see how this turns out, Alphen. Come on, isn't the stew ready yet?
Right.
Sorry, Law. It says here I have to let it simmer for 5 hours.
No way.
5 hours? That beef would have tasted perfectly fine if we just grilled it up right real quick.
I don't believe this.
If that's how you're going to act, boy, then you can forget about having any.
Great.
Alright, looks like it's done for now.
Very nice.
Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now to see how it tastes.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite. I'm in heaven. Truly, this is the golden age of cooking we live in.
I guess...
That doesn't really tell us anything about how it actually tastes. I'll say. Felix's reaction is even more dramatic than last time.
Law.
Oh well, why don't you try some next, Law?
Yeah!
Sure, I'll have some.
Whoa!
Oh, this meat is so tender, I feel like it's gonna melt right in my mouth. And the sauce is so rich and packed with the taste of the meat and the veggies, it gives the whole an unbelievably deep flavor.
Is that...
These veggies, too, they're so meaty and tasty just the way they are. They make for us a really nice complimentary side dish.
Oh, this is bad.
Whoever
Real
came up with
bad.
this meal really thought every dish through. See why the palace would serve it. You know, Gordino, you really take a page out of Law's book when it comes to actually explaining how something tastes. Ah, you people don't understand anything. All that boy does is flap his jaws. Listen, you uncultured oaf. Flavor is something you express with your whole body. No, your very soul. Were you watching that? Did you see how I moved? With every fiber of my being? Open your eyes wide and burn this sight into your brain. Ready? Absolutely.
Just great.
I get it. I was wrong. I need to get all worked up about it.
Yes.
Putting that aside, my palate and stomach are completely and utterly satisfied. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. Rodino's fun.
Man, that was amazing! No wonder the old man was so gung-ho about it.
See? What did I tell you?
Shion, you've got sauce on your face.
Tragic. It's the Ren and armored soldiers' job to uphold order in the city. Guardsmen can't hold a candle to us. We're not like those other insurgents. We're under orders to keep this gate sealed. Not like there's much to see before you reach the next realm over anyway. Just a little pond. Ooh, a box. What? Did all those people move here? Dad says that people used to have to carry lots of heavy and dangerous stuff. I don't know if I believe that. I can't imagine that kind of stuff ever happening here. Even here it did happen, though. Things didn't change overnight. Let's see, can we... Yeah, we can fast travel. And even so, we're not 100% sure how much things have really changed at their core. Oh. For some reason I was thinking that since we, like, spawned over here, or, yeah, the reason I didn't check out this area before is because I had assumed that since I spawned roughly here after the cutscene, that if I got onto the bridge in any real way, then I'd immediately go to the previous loading zone. Finally, we're here. The capital of Vicent, a paradise to all. Are you okay, mister? I'll call someone over right away. This is Vicent, capital city of Elda-Menencia. Beauty is breathtaking, don't you think? If you want to reach the center of town, just keep going straight. Your armor rocks, big guy. Let me wear it. Our armor is certainly something even a Dun like you could wear. You just need to grow into it first. I'll work hard to grow big and strong then. Promise.
I still can't believe I'm seeing Danans and Renans getting along.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renans.
To what end? It would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
That's it.
Let's check out more of the city. There's probably places we haven't seen yet.
I was going to make the argument that we have seen Danans and Renans getting along because we have Shion in our party, but really nobody gets along with Shion very well at this point. Huh? Want to know what I'm doing? I'm tending the trees. If they don't get tender, loving care, then the flowers Lord Dohalim loves so much will never grow here. You're surprised. This is a hardly respectable occupation here, you know. So the flowers seem to be relevant in some degree. Whether or not Dohalim just likes them or they are important to him is unknown at this point. But they are, I mean, they're everywhere. They're all over the place, flowers. Whether that means specific flowers or just flowers in general. But, yeah. Flowers and drinks. Those seem to be the words of the day. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing one.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So's mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
If only I could be Lord Dohalim's bride. It's always Lord Dohalim with her. Well, it seems like we can go
Danans are
here.
working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
Are we allowed free access here? Across here is the resumed quarry. You're free to visit, but try not to fall into the grinder. Getting ground up to bits is no way to go. Don't worry, I'm not like some streamers. There will be no meat grinder moments here. I suppose... I don't know, maybe I shouldn't...
Stay
Okay.
sharp. We're going in.
You know what? I think, yeah. I don't want to get too stuck in, because we are getting pretty close to the end here. This seems like a decent stopping point. So, well, now that we have a decent stopping point, why not stop? Alright. So, Tales of Arise. Yeah, I think ever since that unexpectedly extended break, I think this is the first stream that I've done, or the first week that I've done, where I've streamed every day that I intended to stream, which is very nice. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly the first week where I'd done 4 streams since then, but that was actually true yesterday, because I did 2 streams yesterday. But yes, one way or another, though, it is time to wrap things up for today and wrap things up for this week. So, as always, if anyone has any raid suggestions, I would be glad to hear them as we go over the business. If not, I can always find a target myself. And so, while we do that, or while I wait for that, let's go over that business. So, today has been Tales of Arise, tomorrow is nothing. The day after, nothing. But, starting next week, more of the usual, more or less. And again, it could very much be less. As stated, I am working extra, so there may be short cancellations on short notice. maybe cancellations on short notice and whatnot. Let's see. But assuming that everything goes well and we have the usual, yeah, assuming that I stream all of the streams I hope to stream, then we will be streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday, more Getting Over It. Wednesday, Tales of Arise. Thursday, Valhalla with Sheppy Sheps. And Friday, more Tales of Arise once again. So yes. So, every day except for Thursday is 7:30 p.m. Central Time approximately. And then Thursday streams are at 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Central Time approximately. So yeah, I think that's everything that needs to be said. So, let's see. Since I don't have any any suggestions, we'll just see who's available. I think tonight we will go and we will visit Svella Procera. Get ready for the raid. Yeah, she is playing Little Witch Nobita, which I've not heard of before. I don't know what that is. I thought I'd heard of a show or something along the lines of that name. Maybe I was thinking of Little Witch Academia, actually. Little Witch something. There's a lot of anime with witch in the title. And a lot of, I don't know, maybe, there's a lot of things with witch in the title, I guess, in general. But there's any number of things I could have been thinking of. But anyway, video game. She's playing a game called Little Witch Nobita. I guess I should probably talk about the streamer herself. Perhaps. Yeah, Svella Procera, Valkyrie VTuber. Yeah, currently dressed as a witch. Very appropriate for the game she is playing, I feel. And raid. Okay, there we go. For a second there, it seemed like it wasn't setting up, but we're good, it seems like. So, customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. Already gone through all of the business. Oh, but I almost spelled arrived wrong. So yes. Yeah, already went through all the business. So, there's nothing more to do but to raid and to raid, I guess. That's it. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you have had a fine night. I hope that you'll continue to have a fine night every night. And I hope that you'll be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway.